My name is Wendy Wright, and I'll be presenting my persuasive speech. And I will be presenting on should Pell Grants be cut. The history of Pell Grants go as far back as 1643. In 1643, it was the Financial Aid Assistant Program, so that's what our students were using back in 1643 to assist with college tuition. And in 1972, the Basic Educational Opportunity Grant was started. That was actually the Pell Grant, the start of Pell Grants. In 2010, Healthcare and Education Reconciliation Act of 2010, which was actually signed into law by President Obama. Pell Grants are actually the cornerstone of our student aid program, and 9.9 million students actually use Pell Grants to obtain higher education. In 1972, Pell Grants covered 84% of college tuition for poor students. However, today, they pay for less than 40%. The role of our government. So the question is the role, one of the roles of our government is to assist our students in obtaining a higher education. And I personally think, yes, that should be one of the roles of our government, is to assist in that area. The reason why is, one, it grows our economy. Two, it fosters good citizenship. It helps with economic equality, as well as social cohesion, but most of all, it gives our minority students an opportunity to obtain higher education. Who else is affected? Of course, our minorities are affected, because most of our population who uses Pell Grants are our minorities. Our colleges are also affected as well, because if students are not able to afford to go to college, then that means that's low enrollment in our colleges. Our conservative universities, without greater minority enrollment, conservative universities, which could be incubators for future Republican leaders, would have low enrollment. Because some of our top conservative colleges are very expensive, and most of our minority students can't afford the tuition. Our political parties are also affected. Our communities are affected. When our minorities are not able to get that higher education, they're unable to take care of their families. So yes, it affects our community as well as our economy. White households have incomes that were 2/3 higher than blacks and 40% higher than Hispanics, according to our Census Bureau in 2006. And according to the National Center for Education Statistics, in 2012, white students made up 77.3% of undergraduate population at a nation's top conservative colleges. This is a graph just showing the percentages of undergraduates or minority enrollment in conservative colleges in 2012. So Asians made up 2% of those undergraduates, Hispanics 4%, blacks 21%, and whites again 73%. This is a graph that actually shows the increases in tuition and tuition fees and room and board, how it escalates year after year. So from 1983 to 84 to 1993 and 94, private nonprofit four-year tuition and fees went up 44.1%. For public two-year colleges, 5% increase in tuition. In 2003 to 4 to 2013 to 14, public four-year colleges increased 3.2%. So it's steady increasing. Tuition is increasing. However, our nation is thinking about cutting back on Pell Grants. So how will our students be able to afford the increase in tuition? without the help of Pell Grants. So Pell Grants not only invest in the individual, but it also invests in the competitiveness of our country. Cutting Pell Grants is like the saying, penny wise and pound foolish. And that saying actually refers to a person who will go to great pains to save a few pennies here and there, but think nothing of spending a large sum of money on something they do not need. And how often does this nation worry so much or go through great lengths or great pain to concern themselves with a few pennies, but then we squander away billions and billions and billions of dollars. So again, Pell Grants are essential to our economy equality, to our communities, to our nation as a whole. Thank you.